Hey guys, Leo here. Just trying to do another video for you guys. This time I'm going to talk about the Switch since it's coming out in a couple of weeks. Um, so before I tell you anything about the Switch, let me tell you a little bit more about my gaming history with Nintendo. My first console was the NES, and then right after that I got the N64, the Wii, and then the Wii U. I also had the Game Boy, the original Fat Game Boy, the Game Boy Pocket, the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, the DS Lite, the DSi, the original 3DS for a brief period of time, and then the 3D XL, which I have right now. So I've had a bunch of Nintendo's consoles for a long time, and multiple games on them, and one thing that I wanted to say about Nintendo is they're always about making their games fun. A lot of these gaming consoles were not very powerful at their time, so it wasn't about the specs, especially with the Wii, the Wii U, and even the 3DS that they have right now. So that's something that they always wanted to not pride themselves in, but they pride themselves in making their games fun and creative. And that's something that I really like about the company. So when they announced the Switch, I already knew, you know what, they're not going to compete with the PlayStation 4. They're not going to compete with the Xbox or their upgraded versions of the PlayStation 4 Pro and then the Xbox One S or Project Scorpio, which they got coming out later this year. But I already knew that going in, so when I saw the conference, I was just wanted to see what they were gonna show, and you know what? I like what I saw. I like the form factor. It's a tablet, 6 inches. The screen's not very sharp. I think it's maybe 900p or 720p. It's not even full HD. But I like that you can dock it into your TV and play on there. It's 1080p up to 60 frames. So it's not bad. I don't compared to the Wii. I like it a lot better than the Wii. I like it better than the Wii U. But it's a different form factor, and I like that. You can easily take this to your friend's house. You have a sleepover or whatever. You can easily take it there. Compared to taking your PlayStation 4 Pro, and I own one. So if you guys own one as well, it's not the lightest thing in the world, and it's pretty big as well. I like that it's small. You can easily take it anywhere. There's two controllers in the system itself, so you don't have to go out and buy another one. But I really, really like that they're trying to bring back the local multiplayer. Everything's through the internet now. It's online, which is fine. But sometimes, you want to play with your friends at their house. You want to play with your friends in person, and that's something that Nintendo still does, and I really like that. I remember trying to. Me and my friend were trying to find a multiplayer game, a local multiplayer game, for our PlayStation 4, and the only one that they had for it was Black Ops 3. That's the only one we could find. They don't make them anymore, and that's why I'm pretty happy with the Nintendo. They want to keep that alive still, instead of depending everything online. So I like that aspect of it. I like the controllers. They're not very big. But they're not very small either. I like the different. Come in different colors. They have different functionality. It looks nice, and I like that there's two of them, and so I can easily bring it over and we can all play. Also, one of the biggest things that Nintendo's trying to fix is their third-party support. They haven't had a good track record with that with their home consoles, and it's a shame. I bought the Wii U. I bought a couple games from them, but I couldn't really play anything else besides Nintendo games. So they've addressed this. They've said their 2017 is going to have a full set of games coming out throughout the year. Big games from Nintendo and third party, which is nice. They kind of outlined the whole year for us. But I want to see past 2017, what are they going to bring to the table? With 2018, what are they going to bring? Are they going to bring bigger games from Nintendo, or is the third party going to just drop some mad games on there? I mean, we don't know. But right now, 2017, it looks like a good year for the Switch. I want to see past 2018, 2019, 2020. I want to see what they're going to bring. I want to see their long-term plan for the Switch. So that's something we're all kind of like hesitant to. We're just looking at Nintendo, and hopefully they can bring something to the table for us. But that's one of the biggest the things that they've had problems with. So I'm pretty excited though. They announced Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I like the first one. They're bringing a brand new Shin Megami Tensei game to the Switch. I'm a big fan, so I'm glad to see that as well. And they have a bunch of other games in development for it. But like I said, the Wii U sold out the first couple of months, but after a while they just stopped getting games, and that's something they're trying to address, and I'm glad to hear that. So and people are excited for the Skyrim. I'm not a big fan of those games, but people want to play that on the go, and people are happy about that. So that's another cool thing is they're addressing those issues. But another one of those other things they're trying to do better than PlayStation and Xbox is the online. They are going to working on an online aspect to the Switch. It's going to be free for about 6 months. So that's pretty nice. And also there's leaks that it's going to be a lot cheaper, about half the price of the PlayStation Plus and the Xbox Live, which is awesome because, less is better for me. I know I'm cheap and I need to save money, but $25, I could easily do that for a whole year of online service. I could do that. And also I want to see a unified account, which they said they're working on. Where you can buy games on the Switch and then play them everywhere else. If I buy some games on the 3DS, I want to play them on there, and then have them on the Switch, and we can definitely play that as well. So I want to see that, and that could actually help with the the lack of games. They can announce, what we're releasing the let's say Golden Sun series to the Switch or through their app store, and that'll be like a new release. So to help kind of pad out the whole year and not just focus on the games for the Switch, you can actually come up with, or bring back some of the classics, classic Metroid, and then kind of highlight that in the App Store, and that kind of help pad out the whole year. So I want to see that as well, and that'll be great, playing all these games on your Switch alongside some of the new current games out there as well. So I'm excited for that. Also, the price, I like the price, $300. I think that's a good price. It's a lot cheaper than the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One when they first came out. So I like that they're keeping it low. They said they couldn't add any more software to the console because it would bring the price up. But I think 300 is a good price point. It's a good amount for a dedicated console. So I'm glad to see that. You could probably see there might be some bundles later on for like Christmas and things, Black Friday. So it's always good to see those as well. But I like it, guys. I'm a big fan of Nintendo. I've been a big fan for a number of years. So I'm glad to see they're starting the year off strong, starting the launch of the Switch strong with Legend of Zelda. Everyone's going to be talking about that game. We're all talking about it right now. It's going to be a really good game. It looks really good. They're all excited for it. It's one of those games where you just can't ignore it. It's a perfect storm. It's going to be great. So I'm really excited for it. They also have a bunch of other games coming out. So I think, if you have the $300 to buy one, buy it. I already know it's going to be sold out. It's going to be sold out the first week, the second week, whatever, but it's going to be sold out. I already know. The Wii U sold out as well. So it's just one of those things you got to do. If you have the money for it, you're excited for it, you got to get it right now before they sell out. Otherwise, for me, I might get it just because of Zelda. It's going to be a great game. But I'm also excited for maybe they'll do a Smash on there, Super Smash. That would be awesome. I would love to do that. I know Splatoon 2 is going to be on there. I didn't play the first one, but I want to play it because I heard good things about it. So I'm very excited. I'm hoping Nintendo, if you're watching, I'm a huge fan. So keep the games coming. That's all I need to say is just keep them coming. And but thanks guys for watching, and I'll do a couple more videos this week. So I'll see you on the next one. Okay.